actually, I'm a common person, okay? A common folk in Australia, so I'm just talking something common sense. Probably you know them all already. Wow. Okay, probably I twist the title a little bit. So lessons we've learned along the way, probably lessons I have learned along the way more than we as a whole have learned along the way. So understanding many cultures, okay. We have a lot of surprises, okay, with the new people, with the migrants here. Okay, we all, not all, but most of us would like to do things in a decent and orderly way. So when some new people come to Australia, probably they spoil the pattern that we used to be familiar or we used to work with. So there are a lot of surprises. Okay, but come back to my own little story. When I first come to Australia, okay, the first day I arrived, I tried to find my way, okay. I hire a car, okay, from the airport. Say I'm brave enough, right? Okay, and find my, at that time no, we have to look at the Rolodex and remember turn right and turn left and all those things. Okay, so I memorized all the way in the airport, okay, and take the car and go to my house. Okay, at the last turning point, I tell my wife, now look at that tree. Remember every time we go home, when we saw this tree, turn right. This is our home. Okay? Okay, so we're so happy, take the car and have a joy ride. Okay, going everywhere in Brisbane. And at night, we went home. And we cannot find our way home. It's so dark. I can't see the tree. And when I look around, every tree just look alike. It's a surprise to me. So I came from Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, so when you look at a tree, that is the only tree probably. You drive 10 minutes, probably you can find only one tree. So I think tree is quite a good landmark for me. But so dark, I can't see trees. And so many trees, they all look pretty much the same. This is my first surprise. Okay? And then eventually we wait on the road, and then a police car come along. I'm scared. Because the police came out of the car and stopped us and asked a lot of questions. And I say, I can't find my way home, and they asked the address. I was really scared because they asked a lot of questions. Why? And then asked, where do I come from, and so on. I say, wow. Every people say that Australian police are very helpful. How come they just like interrupting me? So eventually they say, follow my car. So I follow his car, follow the police car. And then it just turn right, and then I find my house. Less than a minute. What I'm saying, what is the surprise to me? Something special to me, or something special, okay, a tree is so special to me when I was in Hong Kong. Now in Australia, it's not that special. And this is just an interesting story, but later on I come across a lot of instances that I think is so special, okay? But the Australian people say, so what? So, surprise. Okay, let me tell you another story. Hopefully you won't fall asleep. When I go to the ATM machine, okay, wow, we line up, okay, one by one, try to put on the card and get money. And the one in front of me, he stared at me. I can tell he's very angry. I don't know why. After several similar incidences, I found out I'm standing too close to the one in front. Space is another surprise. Hong Kong is so crowded. Okay, one standing in front of you, you better stand as close as possible. If not, then you will be scolded by other people. But here, privacy is so important. Okay, everyone has a very big, okay, circle of, right? His own circle. You can't stand too close. Another surprise. I can't understand it. I'm trying not to block the road. I'm trying to be nice, okay, not, okay, save the space, and you are so angry with me. So, privacy, our private space is something I have to learn, okay? It's a surprise. So next time when somebody is standing, when an Asian is standing very close to you in front of the ATM, you know this is what Brian Chef has made a mistake before. And then I drive the car later on. Okay, I drive the car. Actually, the second day I drive the car to Gold Coast. Okay, because everybody tells me Gold Coast is a place you must go. So I drove the car to Gold Coast. And I found out all in the red light, okay, the traffic light. Okay, the light changes from okay, red to green so that I can start going. And there are still some people crossing the road. I get impatient. What happened? I have the right to go. And then later on, I found out, wow, the person's right, people's right, override the vehicle's right. And in Hong Kong, this is exactly the opposite. The more wealthy people, they drive in Hong Kong. The common people do not drive. So they are the socio-economic class of those people who drive the car. Maybe has a bit of they think they are better than other people. So the people's right is lower than the vehicle's right. But here is exactly the opposite. I take time to find that out. Nobody has ever bothered to tell me, or they don't know, they are not aware I don't know all these things. They just take for granted everybody should know them. But I don't. Okay. So this is my surprise, okay? I just want to tell you a little story. We Chinese people use chopsticks, right? For all the Asians, I would like to tell you what are chopsticks. Surprise to you, right? You've been using it every day. Chopsticks are actually come from, okay, in the olden days, we try to catch fish. Okay, the wealthier people are all those people living near the water. They can catch fish as well as they can grow crops. Okay, we don't have machine and those things, right? So people have to use oars to row the boats to catch fish. When they get a good load of fish, then they will stop, okay, and try to enjoy the catch. So the oar the miniature of the O are the chopsticks. Chopsticks in Chinese means stop. Stop now. Okay, stop quickly, stop now. Is the literal translation of the literal meaning of the chopsticks. Okay, stop now. So when we come together, we eat, okay? When we have meal, it is an enjoyment of our success in the past. It's an enjoyment of our catch. And then I come here. Of course, before I come here, I find out Europeans use fork and knife. That's terrible to me. They are the miniature of weapons, war weapons, right? Sorry if you got offended. Okay, so it is, the significance is, it comes to our culture. We look at meal as an important enjoyment, okay? And probably some other people will look at the meal as something necessary for further work. Is this between the difference between long service lift and hour lift? You are not entitled to hour lift unless you are prepared to go on with your ministry. This is fork and knife. Our long service lift may be chopsticks. Just a thinking, okay? We got influential bishops here. Okay? And another surprise, probably, when we come together, especially the Asian come together, we would like to have steamboat or hot pot. Do you know what a hot pot? We boil a pot of water or soup, and then we put all the food there. Okay, there is an important meaning. What is the meaning? In a Chinese idiom, we say, same pot, same business. So when we are on the same business, we eat the same boat, or we eat the same pot. You have everything in the pot. Those things you like, you put in the pot. Those things I like, I put in the pot. And then we mix them all, and then we eat them all. So we are in the same business. Hot pot or steamboat versus what? Barbecue, BBQ. We all have our own food. We eat what we like. This is a challenge for me. So usually I would like to invite people in special occasions, come, let us have hot pot, not barbecue, because we want to get involved with each other, engage with each other. So we would want to be in the same business. So we need one same boat, same port. Okay. So I understand some of us may not like hot pot because they think, well, a common pot is dangerous, right? When you put in your chopsticks there, so your germs goes in as well. And my germs goes in there as well. So, okay. And the germs mixing of it, they will intercross or cultivate, I don't know. So, but I think the way we eat do have some impact on our thinking. So hot pot versus what? BBQ. Okay. Another surprise for me when I came to Australia, I think my English is not too bad. I hope so. But when I first come to Australia, the people say, you don't know English at all. We can't understand you. So I think, would I go to past the Chinese congregation? That won't be a problem. So I end up in a Chinese congregation. I still can't understand what they are talking because there's a lot of people from Malaysia. The Malaysian don't call me Brian, they call me Brian. And I can't respond. I don't know they are calling me. And they think I'm very elegant. This pastor is very elegant, no good. It takes me a long way to understand what they are talking. And I'm pretty sure they take a long way to understand my language as well. So surprise. No surprise when you get surprised. Okay, you are going when you're trying to go multicultural. Don't be surprised when you get surprises. Okay, things quite opposite to our value. Okay, something contradicting to our value, contradicting to our habit, custom. Okay, they bring all these messy things to us and bring us all the surprises. I get over all these. Is it a real bell? 30 minutes already. Okay, good. I must rush then. Okay. My favorite song, all things bright and beautiful, great and small, God has made them all. So all these opposite ideas, opposite habits, my belief is I overcome all these difficulties and try to understand my counterparts, okay? Because I deeply believe God has made them all. Okay. There's some common sense for me, can be nonsense to you. Okay, but okay. So God has made them all. God has bring them all to us. Okay. So let all comes from God. Okay. So the second point I would like to mention about is to immerse in order to hover to get up. Okay. When I first come to Australia, okay, Pastor Ivan who come to my house and try to counsel me or encourage me to go under LCA for ministry. Okay, I say yes after prayer and discussion with my wife and family. And then, okay, he said, good, let's start the process. Okay, we start the process. How long have I have to wait? Over a year. And then I'm talking to my wife, what shall I do in this waiting period? Okay, several important decisions I have made. One, I buy a business because nobody is going to employ me. They simply say, you have no Australian experience. We are not going to have you. Come on, all the new people here, how can they have Australian experience? They are forcing them to be jobless. So, okay, I say, in that case, I will buy myself a business. Then I say, what kind of business should I buy? I like pizza, so I buy a pizza shop. So, this is what I call immerse. When I want to know the way Australians do, I have to immerse, or I have to really go into their business. So I bought a pizza shop. And then I say, this is not good enough. So in my spare time, what should I do? I go for a finance broker. I know how to give people money. Okay, give people's money to people, not mine. it turns out that it's very helpful in my ministry. I have all people coming from all walks of life, and these two experiences, being a finance broker as well as a pizza shop owner, helped me very much in my ministry. I know the struggle of the people, how difficult to be a restaurant owner. So we need to immerse in the real business and the daily life of the people in order to hover. So I have given up Paris in order to Paris for the imperishable. I have given up to come here. Well, before I came here, I told my wife, don't buy any property in Hong Kong. All the people say, just do it. The property market will really double in 2 or 3 years, okay? So if you don't buy a property in Hong Kong, you're going to lose a lot of money. I say, if I go to Australia, I'm not going to buy any property. Okay, I simply burn the bridge. If I have a property in Hong Kong, I have a really big temptation of going back to Hong Kong. So I give it up. We have to give up something in order for the multicultural ministry. What can we give up, or what we cannot give up? So this one is okay. So where are the sacred cows that we can never give up? There's a good, probably if we have a chance to discuss in the table, this is a good question to talk. Okay, I have given up a lot of my thinking, my tradition, my habit. In Hong Kong, my pastor tell me never drink. Okay, no wine. Good boy do not drink. When I come here, we use wine in Holy Communion. Come on. I have to give up my thinking, my tradition, some of my, the way we do things in order that I can be one of you. So what can you give up? So to end, I would like to quote this Bible verses, Matthew. Then the king will say to those on his right, come, you who are blessed by my wife, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. So that is the creation plan. Okay, for I was hungry, you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I lived clothed, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was imprisoned, and you come to visit me. I don't read this from the eye of a migrant. I don't read this as something the iconic activities. So all the words, okay, feeding, okay, giving drinks to the thirsty, okay, are all home languages or family languages, okay. Inviting some people into your house is the almost the responsibility of a house of a home in the Jews. Okay, clothing, of course, look after the sick. We don't have hospital in the olden days, so it's the family business to look after the sick people. And especially when I was imprisoned, you come to visit me. Visiting a prisoner is a highly risky activity in the Jewish time under the Roman rule. You get yourself in trouble, especially most prisoners are not so much criminals, but rather than political prisoners. when you visit them, you get yourself in trouble. Who will visit those prisoners? Only their family members. So, this Bible verse is from the eye of a migrant. It is about making a home, making yourself a home. And we want a home when I come to Australia. Thank you very much.